Testing. System ready.
Yeah.
Can you see myself? Can you see myself? Can you see myself? See myself? Can you 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 see myself? See myself? Can you see myself?
Alright, what's going on, guys? It is JROCars, and welcome back to another review. Now today we are in a pretty cool car. We're in a Honda Civic Si 2013. So we're going to be reviewing it for you guys. I'm going to be giving you my impressions. I will say I'm no expert on this car. I haven't researched the crap out of it, and I know the basic specs of it. But I don't know every little thing about this car, so if I get something wrong or say something that might not be true or something like that, you guys know that I just don't know everything about it. But I'm going to be giving my impressions on it, and we're going to see how it goes. Here we go. Okay. Alright, here we go. The car is a manual, obviously. I believe they only make these in manual. Let's see, first takeoff. Oh, okay, feeling out the clutch a little bit. Alright guys, so pulling out, I'm actually gonna wait. I always play it safe in these reviews. Play it safe, make sure we don't get hit by anyone. Obviously this is my car, this is my friend Brandon's car. He was nice enough to let me drive it. Let's see how she does, man. Okay, getting used to it. There's third gear. So the first thing that I want to talk about with you guys is the exterior of this car. Now, a lot of people, I'll be honest, kind of make fun of Civics in a way. And I gotta slow down a little bit, we're in a construction zone. But a lot of people sometimes tend to make fun of Civics. But honestly, after driving this car for a little bit and riding in it, it's honestly nothing to be made fun of. No, it's not a Hellcat, it's not a Mustang or anything, but it does have a decent amount of power. It puts the power down through a 2.4 liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder. It's putting out about 205 horsepower and 174 pounds of torque, which doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when the car weighs just under 3,000 pounds, you're gonna get a little bit of pickup there. Maybe, I'm not sure, I've never driven a BRZ or an FRS, which, look out for that in the future. But I've never really driven one of those, but I can't compare it to that. But it does put the power down pretty well. We'll get into the power in a second. But overall, the exterior, it looks pretty aggressive for a Civic, I guess you could say. It's not gonna look like, as we're passing an Evo, it's not gonna look like an Evo, it's not gonna look like a WRX. It is a Civic at the end of the day, but it is definitely more performance orientated. A little bit of drone, boys. Now, something that's often overlooked in a car is the interior of the car. Now, I will say the interior of this car is definitely really unique, but I will say I'm a fan of it. It's different, it's like futuristic. Like the front gauge, instead of a gauge, you have just a digital, like it's almost like, it looks like a clock, but it says, like right now I'm going 50 miles an hour, it just says 50 and then miles per hour, obviously. All right, you know what? Enough of this jibber jabber about specs and power. Let's get into a little bit of a pull. I don't know how well I'm gonna shift this thing. Turn on to the road here and see how she does. Okay, red light coming up. That was 60, boys. That was pretty good. For only 200 horsepower, that performed pretty well. I don't know what the exact time on that was. I read that it does a 0 to 60 in about 6.5 seconds, and that felt just about like 6.5 seconds. Obviously, I wasn't counting, but it felt pretty decently fast. 6.5 seconds is nothing to play around with. Now, there's a Camaro across the intersection, and I don't think we're going to race him. But yeah, overall, that was pretty good for a first pull. Now, as you guys might be able to hear, this car actually has a catback exhaust. It's made by Pseudo, and that's what it's called, right? Pseudo? It's called Pseudo. I'm not too familiar with the whole like import market, but this is made by Pseudo. It's a catback exhaust 2.5 inch, and overall it sounds pretty good. It's pretty loud, but it's not overdoing it. It's definitely on the louder side, but it's definitely not also overdoing it. Like, there's some cars that are just extremely loud, which personally, sometimes I like, but this car is just the perfect sound, and it's very, like, bassy, I guess you could say. I don't know if you guys can hear as I get on it. but there is a lot of drone, but it's also a good drone almost. Like, it's not something that's gonna get you really annoyed all the time. And yeah, so you can almost feel it in your ears. It's kind of weird. It's really bassy. It almost sounds like you turn the bass all the way up on the radio, and that's just all it's playing. All right, driving through the neighborhood. Definitely gotta keep it down a little bit. It's hard to do in this car, man. We got some exhaust going on, but overall the clutch, man, in this car, it's pretty light, I won't lie, but that's not a bad thing. In a car like this, something that's not literally like, you don't need a stage 5 or whatever it is clutch in this car. You just need an everyday clutch, because this is his everyday car. This is his daily, and honestly, you don't need anything too heavy or something like that. When you have a clutch like this that's light and it grabs really well throughout the whole engagement, it's just a really nice clutch, as well as the shifter. The shifter's throws, I would say, are medium. They're not too long, they're not too short. Like my brother's car is a short throw shifter, nothing like that. But it does feel, actually, I would say pretty short. It is in the medium range, but it's more towards short than I mean, I'm making this complicated for you guys, but it's more towards shorter than it is longer. And yeah, it feels really good. Like compared to the Focus ST that I drove, that had very long shifts. Again, nothing wrong with that. But personally, I like a shorter shift. That's what I learned on, and this feels really good. So another thing this car has done to it is lowering springs. And I'm not gonna lie, I've never really been in a car that's slammed or dropped or anything like that. And this car almost makes me feel a little bit like Fast and Furious. As I'm going over this curb and I'm scared that I'm gonna scrape, it almost makes me feel Fast and Furious style, going under a semi or something like that. But it's a pretty low car. It's got lowering springs, not coilovers or anything, but just a basic bolt-on. And yeah. And last but not least, he's got a K&N cold air intake. You know, not trying to start a debate on whether those do anything or not. Personally, I think it does make the sound better. I'm not sure what this sounded like before it got the cold air intake, but maybe 5 horsepower here or there, and nothing wrong with getting cold air intake.
34, no, go right.
Okay. All right, we're currently coordinating for you guys where we can get some pulls done. We're in a little bit of a city area right now, but don't worry, we got a girl walking in front of us, but we're gonna try to get some more pulls in for you guys. Checking for cops. Ooh. Alright, maybe the clutch wasn't as easy on me as I thought it was. I should just rev it up at that guy staring at us.
Yeah, just pull out of here. Really
Right?
fast. Yeah.
Fast?
Go right, yeah. Let's do it. Do it.
Alright, that guy was looking at us, but here we go. Not power, I don't want to say power because it's only 200, but I don't know, man. I can't really say it has serious power, but it does get my heart going. My heart is racing right now. Maybe that's because I haven't driven a car that's over 200 horsepower in a while, because my brother's car is gone and everything. But you know, this car gets my heart going, man, and it feels a little bit like a roller coaster, and it's always good. Like I said, in the Focus ST review, as long as you have a car that can, as long as it's a car that you have fun in, that's good. In this car, I definitely can see people having fun in, especially, there's a lot of Civic guys out there. Like, for some reason, I know you can build Civics and stuff like that. I'm gonna downshift to third. You can build up Civics and everything, and they're cool cars. All right, guys, we're pulling into a lot right now. I'm gonna try to get you guys to be able to see. We got 2 Civic SIs next to each other. Maybe we can get you guys able to see that. Can we see? Oh baby, we got 2 Civic SIs. Oh, and what a sweet wheels. Damn, man. Civic SIs everywhere around here, man. All right, so Angelo actually just told me that is a boyfriend and girlfriend, so we'll see if we can work something out with reviews, guys. I'm starting to become more of a fan of this car, and we can definitely try to work something out with them. Boyfriend, girlfriend goals. Pulling out one more time. Will there be cops over here? You hear it. Yeah, that thing, man, it picks up for 200 horsepower. If that's what a BRZ feels like, I might be a fan. All right, now something we haven't discussed yet is how this car handles. It is on lowering springs. I don't know how much that's gonna help it, but we're gonna see what it does on these back roads. I wish we could get a view from outside the car. We unfortunately can't right now, but we'll drop it down to third right here, grab edge, and we'll see how she does in the back road. drop down to third. Hit it with some speed. Honestly, it's pretty planned, to be honest. A little bit of body roll, but you know, it's not the best handling car out there. But going around those corners, I could feel it's definitely got potential, and for a stock car, it's not bad at all. All right, coast is clear. Do a little pull. Little bit of rear spin. There's 70 miles an hour, baby. Probably had to bleep that out. But yeah, man, this I've said it already. This car is decent. It picks up pretty well. It's a great everyday car for driving around. And if you want a little bit of power, nothing that's going to cost you too much out the gazoo in insurance, and it's not going to, you know, be unsafe. Maybe this is the first car for your kid or something. It's honestly a nice car, and the interior, you can't beat it, man. Pretty premium stuff. Steering wheel is pretty precise and small, and overall, that's my opinions on the car. I know this wasn't a in-depth review. I'm no Sab Kyle or Subaru WRX fan, but I'm not going to go in-depth on everything. I'm more of giving my reactions to the car and how it does. So, to close this video out with Angelo, we're going to go around a little bit of a back road. Alright, back roads, baby. We got front wheel drive, putting on the power. Last time we were on this road, there was an old lady. Damn. A little bit of like oversteer, it almost felt like, but it handles better than my Jeep, that's for sure. 30 miles an hour, we got slow down. Alright, so once again, big thanks to Brandon for letting me drive his car. He actually has Angelo's bike right now, which is a CBR 600RR. Pretty sweet bike. We'll get to that in the future. Both black on black. This thing's black, like you guys saw. Ooh, we might have a cop. Where's he at? So one last time, guys, a big thanks goes to Brandon for letting me drive his car with him not even being here. I'm actually with Angelo, his friend, because they switched they switched a car and a bike. Angelo has a CBR 600RR. It's a pretty sweet bike, I gotta say. Seen him ride it a few times, and it's pretty awesome. Stay tuned for that, guys. We'll definitely be bringing that on the channel, maybe a possible review of that. We'll see what happens in the future. But as always, thank you guys for watching. I'm working every day on making my videos better, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. And it is super hot in this car without the window down. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know anything I could work on. Let me know if you liked it. And to all the Honda Civic Si owners, I gained some respect for you guys today. The car picked up faster than I thought. It handles pretty good for a car like this. And overall, not a bad car, man. Not a bad car. So yeah, this has been JROCars. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Angelo's not going to say bye because he's too shy. But we'll see you guys later. Peace out.